Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. Let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in different time frames. This is a daily chart which I prepared to tell about the bear trapping zone in my last video. Here you can see the natural gas futures started to move downward since January 15, 2019. We can see the natural gas futures moved downward sharply on January 24th. We witnessed an upward move. No doubt that on January 28th we had to go through a gap down which motivated the natural gas bears to come forward, and they started to put pressure on natural gas futures once again. And here you can see the natural gas futures move downward. Friends, these are the levels which were the lowest levels where the natural gas bears were trying to push the natural gas futures when I constructed this chart to define the long-term support of natural gas futures. So friends, I call this support level as bears trapping zone, and this is my warning zone where the natural gas futures have seen a good bounce back many times in history. So this time once again we witnessed a bounce back of natural gas futures from this warning zone, and here you can see that immediate reversal started from this warning zone. And here you can see on the first trading session of the week of February 10th we witnessed a gap up where I find here you can see that the natural gas bears tried their full force to keep the natural gas futures downward, but I find that the bullish force was equally resistive at this level, at the level of $2.635, and since then we can see that the bulls are trying their best to maintain this gap up, and here we can see that the natural gas futures are trying to move upward. I find that the formation of a shooting star in a daily chart is evident enough for an upward move in natural gas futures which may sustain during the upcoming weeks in February. And I find the natural gas futures have their first immediate resistance at $2.748. If the natural gas futures sustain above this first resistance level, we will find second resistance levels at the level of $2.867, and I find that during this week we will see the natural gas futures to maintain above the level of $2.767, which will confirm the continuation of a bullish trend in natural gas futures during this week. So friends, be ready for an action in natural gas futures. Let me show you this movement in an hourly chart. Here you can see that after a gap up opening on the first trading session of this week, the natural gas futures witnessed a good gap up, and since then the natural gas bulls were trying their best to maintain this gap till today when we witnessed some downward pressure in natural gas futures. But here we have found that the levels of $2.623 provided good support from where we have seen a good bounce back in natural gas futures in an hourly chart. Here I find that the natural gas futures will find some resistance at 200 days moving average at the level of $2.696. Once we sustain above this 200 days moving average, I find a good sharp upward move in natural gas futures, and we will find that the natural gas futures will once again to move inside this uptrend zone where the natural gas futures were moving, from where the natural gas futures moved downward. I find that once the natural gas futures sustain above the level of $2.968 inside this uptrend zone, and no doubt we will find good consolidation amid this uptrend zone, because I find that the immediate target of the natural gas futures will be this breakout zone which starts from the levels of $2.974. So I find that during the month of February we will attain this level, as here you can see bullish engulfing is there in natural gas futures, which may result in a sharp upward move very soon. Here you can see that the 20 days exponential moving average has come above the 20 days moving average, and the other moving averages are also trying to turn upward, which indicates the continuation of a bullish trend in natural gas futures. Now let me show you the the movements of natural gas futures in the 15-minute chart in the same chart pattern. Here you can see that the natural gas bulls have successfully maintained this gap up. No doubt that they tried to touch this level. Here you can see that we witnessed the closing of natural gas futures on February 8, 2019, when we witnessed a gap up on the first trading session of the week on February 10, 2019. So the natural gas bulls are trying their best to maintain this gap. And today we can see the formation of a 3 outside candle, which indicates the natural gas bulls are trying to maintain their position, and no doubt that the bullish thrust is evident here, as you can see that the 20 days exponential moving average has turned upward and maintaining above the 20 days moving average, and both of them have crossed the 200 days moving average in a 15-minute chart. And here you can find that the every downward move has found good support at 20 days exponential moving average, and here you can see the movements of natural gas futures indicate the continuation of an uptrend. Once we sustain above the level of $2.748, I find that natural gas futures will enter inside this uptrend zone in a very short time. So we will have to keep a visible eye over the movements of natural gas futures amid this zone till the levels of $2.748. Currently, I find that the levels of $2.618 will provide a good support on the lower side, whereas at the level of $2.648, where the 200 days moving average will provide a good support in a 15-minute chart to natural gas futures, where we will find an immediate support for the natural gas bulls. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.